Good morning, cyber friends. This is Mitty Man coming at you again. Walk Studio. I'm back here in Studio B, and we want to say we praise God and we thank Him for all the health, life, and strength we have, and we thank Him for letting us see another day we never did see before, carried us all the way through it. And we had great worship service today at our New Salem C.M.E. church, where the Reverend Earnell Wilburn is pastor. And we want to give God thanks for him and his family as well. We thank God for all of the New Salem family and church family and brothers and sisters that where they need to be. We had an outstanding service on today. And just come back to say a few things. I was supposed to update my Facebook profile, and I think it'll be good for me to use this video to do one of the things. I probably could do it. I want to let everybody know, many man, what you see is what you get. I want everybody to know that. I don't try to put on air, be a big shot or a little shot. I just try to be what I am. And just like Reverend Earnell, and his sermon today came from Luke 10th chapter, around the 25th verse, I believe it was, around where the Good Samaritan, he was teaching about the Good Samaritan. And I want to say, a lot of people don't really understand that parable, even though they've read it many, many times. And they do not really understand the severity and the importance of what that parable shows us. And that's how come I wanted to say that I was doing this video as a sort of like I'm going to make it also be an update to my profile about my own self on Facebook. Not to make myself look good, but to uplift the name of the Lord Savior Jesus Christ. People don't realize, and Earnell preached that sermon this morning. And I could see them truths when he was speaking. They were ringing through my ear like a bell. But a lot of people do not understand that parable. They don't, even up to now. And some of us have been hearing it for years, and we yet don't understand. It's just like what Jesus said. You got ears, but you cannot hear. You got eyes, but you cannot see. Because what Jesus was saying, was talking about your spiritual eyes and ears. A lot of us, we just whistling Dixie, walking through the days and tearing up the flower bed and not getting any benefit whatsoever. Now, I'm not trying to say this here to put down nobody. No, not saying that. None of us knows it all. I've gotten criticized for many things I've said in many of my videos. I've got some nasty things said back to me, but I never did respond because, see, first of all, that's your opinion. And I don't value myself on what you think of me. Let me say this here before I go on, people. Do y'all remember the OJs? That bad singing group out of Ohio? As a matter of fact, I think those boys were from Cleveland, Ohio. And I know that my great-grandma, she got a daughter that lived up there for years. And we used to go up there every summer. And especially back in the early 70s, around 71, I think I remember I was up there with my big mom and at her daughter's house. And we all went to Sandusky, Ohio. We went to Akron, Ohio to see Shamu, and we went to Cedar Point, which was a great amusement park that is located in Sandusky, Ohio. Those of you that are from Ohio, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm talking about the OJs now. The OJs had a song called Give the People What They Want. Well, you looking at one that I do just that. I do just what that song says. I always have. I was raised by my great-grandma. Mostly by my great-grandma. My great-grandma and my grandma raised me from the early days on up. As a matter of fact, I was with my big mama up until I was going to be a sophomore, just about a freshman sophomore in college. And then she went back to Cleveland, Ohio after that. And matter of fact, in 1985, she passed away in March of 1985. I believe it was on the 17th day of March, if I'm not mistaken. But at any rate, she taught me. I told y'all that my great grandma was part Indian. Matter of fact, she was more Indian than anything. Part Creek Indian, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while, but if I'm not mistaken, she told me she was part Creek Indian. But at any rate, she raised me and she taught me one thing, and I'm like that to this very day. 57 years later, I'm like that to this very day. She taught me to not lick nobody's behind, to get along with them. And this is how come a lot of times people don't understand me, and they'll say they don't like me for that reason. Because see, I'm not gonna let you run over me and treat me any kind of way just for me to get along with you. Nah, that don't work. That dog don't bark. I don't do none of that. I don't lick butt to get along with folks. In other words, now I treat you right, just like the Good Samaritan. See, that's a good. I mean, I'm so glad Earnell preached that sermon today, but it means a lot of we don't get. The Good Samaritan is just like I said that my great grandmama raised me, and I do it to this very day. I do not lick nobody behind to get along with them. If you don't like me, get in line. That's the only thing I can tell you. Because as long as I know that I haven't done and gave you a reason for you not to like me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me. Because see, now I heard Joel Osteen say that 20% of the people you meet not gonna like you anyway. 20% of them. So not that you know, because most of you don't know nothing about me. You don't know nothing about me, man. You just know what you've seen and what you've heard. But if you get to know the person, see, I tell people, stop talking about who you don't like and you don't even know them. You get to know those people personally, not taking what somebody else say. That's our problem now. We always worrying about what somebody else say and taking their word for it and mess it up every step of the way. But back to the story of the Good Samaritan. And like I said, I give the people what they want. That was the OJ song that came out years ago. Give the people what they want. That's me. I will give you what you want. If you act like you don't want to be bothered with Mitty Man, guess what? Mitty Man will leave you alone. Period. I will do that. It doesn't bother me. I don't lose any sleep. No. I lose not 1 ounce of sleep when you call yourself don't want to have nothing to do with me, and I don't sit around and mope and gloom and be in misery because you said something that about me to somebody and I know it wasn't true. God knows it ain't true, so I don't worry about you. Period. But I'm like I said, my grandmama raised, my great grandmama raised me like that as well as my grandmama. Never to lick nobody, to get along with them. Never. Don't do that. Now I treat you right, like the Good Samaritan. I got to keep this thing in context with what Reverend Earnell was preaching this morning. You see, there was a priest and a Levite that came by and saw that man who had said this stranger fell among thieves. And I believe that this man that fell among thieves was a Jew. I believe that. The reason why I believe that, because if you look at the parable of the Good Samaritan, Jesus tells it that kind of let us know that this man was a Jew. Because he said it was a man that went down from Jericho, and he fell among thieves on that road. In other words, the man was going toward, more likely, Jericho, coming from Jerusalem. So 9 times out of 10, I believe that this man was a Jew. And look at it. Here's a Jew that beat half to death. And guess what? The priest came by. Guess what the priests were? Jews. The Levite came by. Guess what the Levite is? Jews. They from the tribe of Levi. So had them two coming by, their own brethren laying in the ditch there, about half dead, done been beat to death by robbers. They didn't do nothing to help him. But here come this Samaritan, which was a half-breed. In other words, the Samaritan intermarried with other nations and everything, and so the Jews sort of looked down on them, even though they weren't Jews, but they weren't full-blooded Jews. They were mixed up with other stuff. But you know what? Nevertheless, it was this man. It was this Samaritan, the one that the Jew didn't even have nothing to do with, is the one that put the man on his beast, dressed his wound, took him to a motel and told the motel man, whatever that is you got left, whatever you have else you have to do for this man, do it. and put it on my account. And when I come back, I'll do the paying of it. Here was a stranger, a man that they don't like. He was the one that did for the man. So you better be careful about who you say you don't like. I'm talking to everybody now. I'm not just talking to just one set of persons. I'm talking to everybody. You better be careful about who you say that you don't like, because you don't never know who's going to have to come to your rescue. Now, I know I've been like this here for many, many years, people, and I told y'all, I don't get on this camera to make myself look good. I got many faults, many faults. Been had them a long time. I got so many of them. They piled up like a freight train, or like a roller coaster ride, climbing up higher and higher. I got just that many faults. But let me tell you, one of them is not. One fault that I don't have, I ain't no hypocrite. I tell the truth when it comes to me or anybody else. But I try to treat people the way that I want to be treated. Now let me tell you something. Some people you have to love from a distance. Now a lot of people don't understand that. But just like Earnell was preaching this morning about the Good Samaritan, see, the Good Samaritan, he did not stay at a distance from this man that was in need. He came close. So you got to get close to help somebody. You got to come close. You can't do it from a distance per se. But a lot of us want to use our big mouths. We put our mouths on folk. You don't even know them. The only thing you talking about who you don't like. Just because an individual will get up and maybe can do something a little bit better than you did, now you talking about who you don't like. I can't stand them. They think they something. Now, how do you know what them people think? You don't know the people. How do you know? We need to stop that, people. This middleman, and I'm telling you straight up, I could care less about what people think about me. I give the people what they want. If you want to be left alone, middleman will leave you alone. I will not run. I don't run behind nobody, because I take that from Jesus himself. Jesus never ran behind anybody. If they did refuse to follow him, I don't see nowhere in the Bible where Jesus was crying and begging them to follow him. No, he let them win. If you don't believe he let them win, read John 6, chapter 66 verse. Jesus said those one that left him, that they didn't follow him no more, you never see in there where Jesus followed behind them begging them to come back. No, he let them win. Middleman the same way. I let you go. I give you what you want. I give you what you want. And I just wanted to give a big shout out to Pastor Earnell this morning for preaching that sermon about the Good Samaritan. And I think we all need to go back and read that story again and look at all the nuggets that's in that story, what Jesus told. And I don't believe it was just a story that Jesus told. I believe that was actually happened. And he's showing you how your own kind of step on you when other people of a stranger like this Samaritan will come to your aid. And let me tell y'all, those of you that might be, everybody's different. I understand that. Everybody's different. No two people are alike. God loves variety. That's why God did it like that. You can look at your thumbprint, your fingerprints. No, your mind is not like no other on the earth. I'm identified by my print. Because guess what? Nobody else has the print that I have. Nobody else has the print that you have. So let me tell you something. So you are a unique individual. Stop putting a value on yourself about what other people say and think about you. Stop doing it. Because if you listen to other people, you will find yourself downcast all the time. You'll always be sitting around with your head down, because there is always going to be somebody that's going to have something negative to say about you, especially if you're doing something right. If you're doing something right, if you're doing something constructive and productive, those sorry jokers that ain't doing nothing sitting around, they're going to be the first one to put their mouth on you. So if you're doing something great for God, you can bet the devil's going to raise his head and he's going to come out. I was just telling my group, and I thank God for letting me form my group and get my gospel group on its feet. I thank God for it, because I didn't give up. I've been trying for years. And looked like I said, it looked like it just wasn't going to happen. But I would just sit back and I'd go back to square one. Every time I was trying to do something looked like I was going to do it and it fell through, I go back to square one. I never gave up. But let me tell you something. The devil is yet. He's not going to stop. I try to tell people, you need to stop talking about the devil. Because the devil ain't going to quit. The devil doing his job. So if you there going to keep on talking about the devil, you ain't going to never get nothing done. You better go and forget that devil. Let him do what he do and put the devil in God's hand. God will take care of him. You see, Jesus have already taken care of the devil. But we won't stop talking about him. We just keep glorifying the devil, and he loves that. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. When I know that there's a devil, I already know that, so I ain't got to just keep on glorifying him. The devil going to do exactly what he was supposed to do, and that's to kill, steal, and destroy. He's going to do that. But now you don't have to let him destroy you. Because I know I'm not going to let him destroy me. I'm going to continue. He can bring the storm, the wind, the rain, the thunder, the lightning. He can bring all that he want to. He still ain't going to stop me, man. I'm going to get right back up after the storm and keep on doing what I'm supposed to do. And I admonish all of you that got some aspirations and want to go higher in life. And you don't want to just leave in this world a hole in the ground and say, here's life, whosoever, back in the hole again. If you don't want to do that, I dare you to put the devil in his place. Put him under your feet. That's where he belongs. You see, people, Jesus whooped the devil and gave us the stick. So now you didn't keep on up there hollering about the devil and about people. You know what? Take that stick and knock the devil and the people in the mouth if you have to. And I'm not saying that in a negative way, people. I'm not instigating. I'm not implementing violence. No, I'm not saying that. Jesus said turn the other cheek, but he said that for another reason. And I believe that. Now, you can say what you want, but I believe that turning the other cheek is for the gospel's sake. When I teach and preach and show you the gospel, and you disregard me and slap me on my cheek, well, I'm just going to turn the other. I'm going to do that for the gospel's sake. But now I'm telling you something. If you're doing that for flesh's sake, you think the Minuteman is just going to sit in and let you hit him like that? I don't think so. You better be careful about that. You better be careful about that. And because I would definitely be careful about that doing you, because see, we are flesh, we are human as well. And I'm going to tell people, I don't believe that mean that, because if that be the case, if a robber break in your house, you're going to just say, come on, here the silverware, here the jewelry. No, you ain't going to say that. You're going to get someone trying your best to lay him out. Or her, whoever the case may be. No. I don't believe Jesus meant that. I don't believe Jesus meant that you just let people run over you. And I will say it like this, just to be real. If Jesus meant that, then I got a long way to go, people. Because I just ain't got to that point where I'm just going to let you treat me the man any kind of way. Now, if Jesus meant it like that, I got a long way to go. And I pray that I get it. Because, see, I don't want to miss heaven and end up in hell. I don't want to do that, but I'm just going to be honest with you. That part, if Jesus meant that I just got to let people run over me and just hit me and I just don't retaliate, I don't know. Man got a long way to go. Now, I'll try, but I ain't going to promise you that you won't get it back. I'm not going to promise you that. Because I don't really believe that Jesus meant it that way anyway. I don't believe it. But I'm saying if he means it that way, then I got a long way to go. I got a long way to go yet. So at this here point, I'm going to end this video because, like I said, I'm going to add this video as a sort of a Facebook extension to my profile. I'm going to try to it anyway, but I'm going to upload it. Remember, y'all, whatever we get into it. If God is not in it, we need to come out of it. Because it's going to come to nothing, period. And we want to give a shout out, like I said, to Reverend Earnell Wilburn and the New Salem C.M.E. Church family. We thank God for each and every one of them, and may God bless each and every one of y'all. It's many man proud. I feel proud to be a part of y'all church family as a minister of music and everything. And God knows we have a good time. And we asking God for continued blessing. We're asking God for continued blessing. We're asking God to lift us higher and higher. Not only New Salem, but also my home church, Antioch Missionary Baptist Church, as well as the Pleasant Grove AME Church, where the pastor Reverend Stephanie Walton, and also our interim pastor, Reverend Chris Williams at Antioch. So y'all keep praying for Mitty Man. Deacon Mitty Man, Junior Walker, quote unquote, all of them is me. Junior Walker, Mitty Man, Ernest E.J. Walker from Facebook, all Mitty Man 45 on YouTube. This is the same one. Look for my group. God bless, pray for my group of the Tritone, Junior Walker in the Gospel Tritone. We're gonna have a lot of hills to climb and a lot of obstacles to jump over, because I already done told them, look out for the naysayers. They coming. But don't worry about that. You go on and do what God say do. Thus says the Lord, and forget about, and remember this here. When people say they don't like you, tell them to get in line. And you keep on looking up toward the hills from which coming your help. God got your back. In other words, if God be for you, who can be against you? This is the Mitty Man saying whatever you get into, if God ain't in it, come out of it. Don't come to nothing. To the next video, next Bible study, which is just Tuesday night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Blog Talk Radio, and I will be live streaming it if the Lord say so. With that being said, this is Mitty Man saying peace and good morning.